Hello, you're listening to Reviewing History, your comedy history podcast. I'm filmmaker and teacher Brian Rupert, joined here by...
As always, Stephen Douglas.
And...
Nancy.
How we doing, guys?
Giggling.
You giggling? You got the gigs?
Not a gigs.
I think we're going to talk about a funny thing today.
Dropping ice on people's heads.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Ice Bucket Challenge. It all started here.
I guess. It's the Pride of the
I'm George W. Bush. I'm challenging. Remember he did that? I
So,
know David Lynch did it.
I did it. Do you remember?
You did the ice bucket challenge?
With you.
I didn't do the ice bucket challenge.
Oh, you were a part of mine.
I dumped it on you?
No. So, if you remember, my ex-girlfriend went back to Ireland. She had to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
And while she was gone, she then challenged me to the Ice Bucket Challenge because it was viral.
Right.
And I recreated the end of Guardians of the Galaxy with Groot dancing in the flower pot as Drax isn't looking at him.
I remember
And he would
this.
turn and look. Do you recall this?
Not
I
at all.
remember
And you did the
this.
Drax part.
Yes, you did.
Which is what?
So
just
you would look away.
It's amazing how much shit like this I just forgot.
Well, here's the thing. He's always just like, stand here.
Yeah.
And you do, and next thing you know, you're like on film.
What did I do?
You sat there,
See?
like in front of the frame, and I'm behind you, like dancing like Groot. And
someone dumps
you
some
would
ice
just
on you?
you would occasionally look back at me, and then I would be a statue, and I kept doing this, and then it ended with me dumping a bucket of ice on myself.
Do you have this film?
I believe so. I have to look. I'm
Is it
pretty
going to
sure
be
I
put
do.
in the show right now?
It is
If it
100%
exists.
if I can find it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it exists.
You have no memory of this?
No memory of this whatsoever. Who dumped the ice?
I picked it up and dumped the ice myself.
Oh.
I stood in. I
Yeah,
had two
or did
ice.
Did she
buckets.
get the joke, the reference?
I think everyone did because the movie was big, and I had seen it with her. But I did that as my own creative little thing. But then what I did, because at the end you had to challenge 3 people.
Right.
I challenged 3 people I hadn't spoken to since high school.
I vaguely remember that because that's actually funny.
Because everyone's like challenging people they
Their
kind of know.
friends, yeah.
And I was like,
Strangers.
it's like I was on the wrestling team with this guy like almost a decade ago. And now he's being challenged to the Ice Bucket Challenge by me.
Dump ice on
Which
your
I
head.
think is really funny.
Were you supposed to donate when you did that?
It was supposed to be you either make the video or do a donation. Most people did both.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That was a nice thing. I don't think anything ever came of it, right? Like, there was no, like...
There's still no cure for ALS.
Yeah,
It's still a death
sad.
sentence.
Sad.
Which
We found out here.
What is it? What does it do?
it attacks your nerves and like your brain, I believe, and it causes you to die eventually. Like your body shuts down and like you can't move,
Right.
and eventually I think it constricts breathing and you die.
It's amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Also known as Lou Gehrig disease.
Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. It's progressive muscle weakness, and then your nerve cells break down.
Yeah. Now a friend of mine was recently also diagnosed with ALS.
Yeah.
Aunt's nemesis, Tim, the record store clerk.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Very sad.
He has ALS. I didn't plan on really doing. I mean, I kind of knew I was going to do this because we're doing this movie, but that's not why it was picked. Tim has a GoFundMe. So, like I said, this movie, this disease, there's no beating it. There's no coming back from it. It's really just about being as comfortable as you can before
Wow.
the end. So,
That's horrible.
yeah. If you go to the link down below, there's a GoFundMe. You can click it. You could sign up. You could donate some money or share it. It all is going to him. There's also a bonus pod that Tell 'em Steve Dave did. You could go to Tell 'em Steve Dave. Type in Tell 'em Steve Dave Tim Aid. I'll link it in the comments or whatever. Down there, you could click it. You get a bonus pod that's actually really funny from Tell 'em Steve Dave for $5. All that money goes to Tim. Or if you just want to give money, you could go on his GoFundMe, which we'll link there. And yeah.
If you ever get wind that he wants to make amends for any of the wrongs he's done to anyone in his life, just give him my phone number. That's what I'll say about it. Help the guy out.
Yeah.
Go to the website.
Steve's done. You took out Steve.
So dark. So dark. Okay.
So yeah, we'll link to those two things.
Yeah. Try to give anything you can. Yeah, sad to hear it.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I feel awful about that.
Yeah.
Wait, you really are on a roll today.
Yeah, I'm Debbie Downer. Womp womp.
Jeez. All
Pride
right.
of the Yankees, 1942.
Pride of the Yankees.
Middle of the war.
Going back.
Yes.
Going back.
Well, the movie is pure propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it is.
I think the fact that it's a wartime film lends to that
Of
because,
course, yeah.
like,
It's like, this is American excellence.
look how brave we
Yes.
are and how awesome we are, and like, yeah.
Aspire to, stealing the spine of our fighting men.
Yeah. First
I liked it.
thoughts.
I never saw it before. Been hearing about this movie my whole life.
Yup, it's something you just know.
Yeah.
Like, even if you've never seen the movie, like, even you're not a baseball fan, I guarantee you knew about the final speech and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that clip a billion times, like the real clip
Yeah.
of him giving.
I
the speech
knew
against-
more about the smaller intricacies of the movie because of basketball than I did about anything else.
It's funny that
I couldn't stop laughing, and I felt bad about it. But, like, little Joey hitting the home
Right.
runs, I was losing my
that's
mind.
been parodied so many times.
Yeah.
But basketball did it so good.
So does Seinfeld.
Well, I don't watch
Well, you
Seinfeld.
ruined my bit I had planned.
I don't watch Seinfeld, so. But yeah, it is a parody.
Yeah.
I understand it now because I never seen the movie.
The Lord really has it out for that
that
little boy.
It's like Christian Slater.
Babe Ruth plays himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
They only give him a couple of lines, but he pulls them off.
Loves
Yeah.
eating.
Well, that's Babe.
It's Babe.
He's got to have like 8 hot dogs a day.
Be drunk.
Yeah.
Now, do you know that there's a segment of the population that does not believe Babe Ruth exists?
This is news to me.
What?
Yeah, they'll talk about it like
What?
online, and they claim he does not exist. He's not real, and he's like a fictional thing that people made up to like build up like the baseball legend of Babe Ruth.
There's footage.
They believe it's like fake or another guy.
Newspaper clippings. and
They will not.
pictures.
They
He's
do
in the movie.
Yeah, he's there. He exists.
like that's an actor playing Babe Ruth. Like, I'm serious. Like, this is what these people believe. It's fucking insane.
To what end? Why? Why would they do?
Why has he been made up for 100 years? To what end? I don't know.
How? Okay, so in the movie, like I have nothing to say about it. I'm starting to think.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about insane people. But the movie begins and Lou's a little kid, and it's Babe Ruth's rookie year. How long did Babe Ruth play for?
Babe Ruth started on the Red Sox, I believe.
I believe he was born.
I'm gonna say I think 1908 was his first. No, I think his first year. I'm gonna guess was 1915. But let's check.
I always heard that he was born like exactly where the third base is in Baltimore right now. Where the
Yes, that
where
is
the
actually
Orioles
true.
play. Like
Yeah.
his
Oh,
house was
wow.
on that spot.
That's pretty cool.
They have a statue for him, like outside the thing. He made his debut in 1914 for the Red Sox. I was pretty close. I was
Very
off
close.
by 1 year.
Very close.
And then they traded him in 1918, right?
They traded him to the Yankees in 1918, and then the curse
That's the
begins.
curse.
Begins. His last Major League Baseball appearance was May 30th, 1935, for the Boston Braves.
So he played for 30 years? No, for
20 years.
20 years.
That's not unreasonable for baseball.
I guess that makes sense.
But he started as a pitcher. Most people don't know that. He was a pitcher who like hit so good that they're like, "Yeah, we need you to."
I was definitely feeling the It's a Wonderful Life vibes.
This movie,
It's very similar.
it's the structure is the same. Again, it's like that time period. But really, one of the interesting things about it is this is only like the second baseball movie, and the first one flopped.
What's the first one?
The first one is called. It's about Babe Ruth. What's the name of it?
They're making movies about him while he's still playing, more or less.
Yeah. He kicked that much ass.
Man, this is gonna drive me nuts.
I mean, it can't be that hard of a search, Brian. You got
There's a
this.
bunch of Babe Ruth movies.
first Babe Ruth
I
movie.
s-
First Babe Ruth movie. I promise it'll come up.
It's not coming up.
All right. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's there.
That song is awesome.
That song is good.
Song is if that doesn't make you dance, you're just not alive.
Heading Home. It was a silent film about a young Babe Ruth who plays himself. That was the name of
He
it.
plays. He's fucking a triple threat.
Making movies about
A
himself.
1920
still-
silent film about Babe Ruth playing himself.
So instead of practicing, he's just.
He has,
I'm putting you in the pictures, kid.
he has an off season, but it flopped so bad. And then there's a bunch of other silent films, but like they were wary about doing like another big baseball movie. And this story,
I found I don't want to see baseball in the theater.
this movie was so well received that it kind of, I think you can make a case that every other baseball movie stems from it.
I suppose, but
How much could you possibly do?
this
about
is
baseball?
actually not very much a baseball.
It's
movie.
not at all.
Most baseball movies actually aren't, and the baseball is the dressing for the real story.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely what this is.
What? How much could you possibly do about baseball? It's, it's not.
I mean, we've done a couple of baseball movies on the show now, and all of them have been about baseball.
I don't think White Sox isn't. That's a crime movie.
No, it's
Eight
not the
Men Out.
one. Oh, you're right, not that one. But
Moneyball's
Moneyball's definitely about baseball.
Moneyball's about business.
Moneyball's
math.
about like math, yeah, and like
But it's about
changing the-
baseball.
42 is about
42
baseball,
is about
if
baseball.
anything.
Yeah.
Like the actual, because they had a lot of scenes
About
of
like
playing.
yeah,
There's
you
a lot
gotta
of
have
scenes of
a scene of them actually playing the game,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
does not happen in this movie.
very
You
short,
have some montages.
Yeah.
very short moments, which was weird.
This is a love story.
It's a love story. You're right.
It's a love story
just
about a
how
man in
great-
baseball.
It's just about how great this man is
Yeah,
and how perfect he is.
how he's just
and how
he's a
that's his-
paragon to be emulated.
Yeah.
Which they tell you straight out in text at the start of the film.
Yup.
You are to be inspired by this man.
Yes. His
This is who
bravery-
you should be.
His
Yes.
bravery is that of the soldier of the front line.
It's like-
And I'm sitting there like, what is happening? What do you
just
mean?
like our boys at Guadalcanal,
Ah.
which is currently happening.
They just like Lou, brave.
If Lou were alive today, he'd beat a Jap to death with his bare hands.
With a smile like you should. Lucky Stripe. First thoughts here. I honestly feel like if you're gonna go into this movie, you could watch the intro, skip it, then watch the last 10 minutes. You will get the exact same
The
effect.
movie is like
is a
60% filler.
It is a crawl.
The movie.
It's not that good.
So I was thinking about this. I did not like the movie.
The reputation of it is it's like a masterpiece.
Well, here's the thing.
For the time, sure.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I did not like the movie until the last 30 minutes.
Right.
And then I was like, this is great. And
Yeah.
because the last 30 minutes were so strong, it turned me around on the movie and I ended up loving it.
right.
And I feel like there's also that thing where it's like when a movie is spoken about so highly from 1940 for almost
41,
80 years.
right?
41
No,
this
this is
comes
42,
out. 42, yeah. He dies in 41. But for almost 80 years, when a movie is praised that highly, it has such expectations to live up
Yeah.
to.
I was expecting a masterpiece, like when I sat down to watch this.
I wasn't. I just wanted to watch a movie. So I think we all feel the same way here, regardless.
It's not like
It's very
I
meandering.
enjoyed it. It's a lot of filler.
I had to fast forward parts.
You see, you
No, we'll get there. There's a reason.
I don't like your new attitude towards
You
the
cheat.
films. He keeps doing this. He
I
keeps saying like, "I
fast-forwarded-
fast forward through this. I didn't watch this."
You
were
watched
supposed
that
to
whole
watch.
dance scene?
You were supposed to watch the. Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
And I was like, "This is horrible." You were supposed to watch director's cut of the Kings
That was an
Kingdom of Heaven,
accident.
and you were like, "Go
that
fuck yourself."
was an accident.
Sure, it was.
That was an honest accident, even though I'm the one who actually put director's cut in parentheses on the website. But I just forgot that was an accident. This, I purposely was like, this dance scene
It's
is
nothing.
taking way too
Yeah.
long. Let me see where this goes. I fast forwarded. I didn't see any talking. I'm like, okay, I don't need to watch this. Like, I don't need to watch the dance scene.
It's funny. My brother sent me this movie Reptilicus
What?
Okay.
that he and I watched when we were very young, like at 3 a.m. on television. It's from the 60s. It's from like the 50s or 60s. And there's this it's a movie about a bunch of Danes. They discover
Great Danes or
no, people from Denmark. They discover a frozen dinosaur like in the Arctic Circle. And then they bring it back like a piece of its tail and it regenerates and the monster comes alive and starts terrorizing everybody.
That's awesome.
But the American colonel that they come in to oversee the operation, he goes on like a trip around Copenhagen. And the movie just veers off and just does like a 15-minute travelogue about like for tourists to come to Copenhagen and like visit shit. And part of that is just they go to a nightclub and a woman sings about Copenhagen.
So it'd be like if we did a movie about Connecticut and we stop in Foxwoods.
Yeah.
And like they do the Foxwoods.
The Foxwoods is the place to be.
Take a chance.
Yeah, make it happen. Pop the cork, fingers snapping. Yeah. But it reminded me of this. Because there is a moment where we just have a night on the town.
Yeah. For no reason.
Chicago.
Hey, the place to be. You want to come to Chicago.
Here's what I'm going to say about the movie. I think it's very much a product of its time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think we're also looking at it from a modern lens. We're like, what makes the best story? Mm-hmm. And
makes best drum noise.
Brian's head.
No, it was Ant's head. So this guy we used to know who's a maniac.
He's been brought up.
He's been brought up before. One day he picks up
Sweet.
2 drumsticks and he's going around my basement going, let's see what makes the best drum noise. And he starts drumming on things. And he's seriously like a scientist. Like
trying to find the best
He
drum
was
noise.
literally trying to find what would sound the most like a drum. And amongst those options were Anthony's shoe and Anthony's head.
He hit me in the head with drumsticks.
Trying to see if it would make a noise. But he's going around the whole fucking basement.
He's a teenager.
He
drumming
really
on
was a
anything.
dumb man.
He was like a teenager at this point, maybe even 20.
He's probably 20.
Yeah. Oh crap. Anyway,
But so this movie comes out during World War One. World War II, sorry. Comes out during World War II, and the studios aren't worried about what's making the best story. They're like, what is the most bang for your buck? How do we make this feel like it's eating up time and it's worth seeing?
you think that's what it was?
So they're adding spectacle and they're extending movies longer than they need to be.
I think they really didn't have a whole lot of story, and they just like
Filled it. Yeah.
we need to fill time. That's what it was.
I think that's a part
Lou
of it.
Gehrig
Yeah.
is on the people's mind. We could sell this movie. Let's
Well,
just do it.
They're like, no one will come see our movie if it's an hour 40. We need 20 extra minutes in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're trying to create it longer. Where now audiences want like the ideal length for an audience is like hour 30.
Well, yeah.
But
that's
every
stupid.
movie just seems to be like 2.5 hours now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna watch this, filming is actually good. It's the pacing that is gonna kill you a little bit because each scene is like a vignette. It really is. It's like this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. There's very little tie-ins here and there.
It's very much like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
If It's a Wonderful Life didn't have the alternate world where everything from the beginning of the movie
Had a
pays
purpose,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no payoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, It's a Wonderful Life is like you're watching this like house be built brick by brick by brick.
Yeah.
And like you get to the end and you're like, oh, this all made sense. And this is like, here's a bunch
Here's
of
a
fucking
stack
wood.
of bricks. Yeah. Here's a fucking thing of wood.
None of the movie matters
Stack
until,
of wood,
until
one
he
brick.
meets his wife. It's
I
all like the only thing that matters is like putting the pieces there that his mother like is annoyed that he's a baseball player. That's it.
That they're close and she's overbearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
But even she comes on board for the big win in the end.
Well, yeah.
Let's just do the movie.
Yeah. All right. So
He's a kid. He breaks a window.
yeah.
Why are they extorting little children for cards to play? That catcher has a problem.
Well, he was the man
What
in
do you
charge.
got? You got a card for me? You ain't playing this. He's extorting little children.
And I'm pretty sure he said Honus Wagner.
No, he didn't have a bonus. He had a Babe Ruth.
He had a
rookie
Babe
card.
Ruth. Yeah.
Oh, rookie, get out of here!
Yeah. Rookie. That has been.
What a little brat. Yeah, he broke the store window for $18.50.
I liked all this.
$362 today.
Wow.
Broken windows, man.
It must have been a real pain in the ass to play baseball in the inner city, constantly breaking windows and shit.
I'm sure that was the life of a kid.
Yeah.
Did you ever break a window?
I did.
Yeah. How'd you do it?
I did it twice, actually.
I've done it a couple times too.
The first time I was playing catch with my friend Jake, the baseball,
Yeah.
and I threw it as hard as I could up in the air, and he ran away from it. He didn't catch the fucking ball. And instead, it hit a windshield. And I ran away. But then I got caught anyway.
You got caught?
They came and got me. The second time, I was standing on one side of the street. My brother and his friend were on the other side of the street, and I decided to throw rocks at them. And the rocks missed and went through a window, then through a house window.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah. Had to pay for that one.
So I did it twice. I was having a catch with the drummer, and my shoulder, I threw a baseball, and my arm just hooked as I threw it. And instead of throwing it to him, my arm cut, and I smashed this fucking windshield on
my
this
God.
car. I was right now, it's as close to me as Steve is. That's how close I am. You would think I wanted to do
Yeah,
it.
right.
And I smashed through. And we were on our street,
Yeah.
So I smashed that, and then we
you run away?
We ran away, of course. We're kids. We're not going to be held
Yeah.
responsible. And by kids, I mean I'm 15, 16. And then one other time, the same thing happened, but it went through someone's kitchen window. I was throwing I was trying to throw it side.
Arm,
Wing it, and it cut right, and my arm hooked, and it went sideways into someone's window.
I know the exact window you're talking about.
Do you know the window? The
Yeah, I was
disco
there.
guy.
Yeah.
You were there, right? The disco guy. There was this guy. We called him
Disco.
Disco.
Why? Did you do disco?
Explain,
You dance?
Steve. Explain disco.
I don't remember why we called him disco.
I think it was he looked
I think
like
he
a
looked
disco
like a
guy.
disco guy. He dressed like he was in the 70s. He had open collar,
Nice.
like fuzzy hair, and for bell bottoms, the whole. And so it's a disco guy.
Did you break a window, Steve?
Never on accident.
I mean, the minorities in my neighborhood were begging for it.
Yeah.
Beaver was there, 1938, Berlin.
Things had to be done.
Yes.
No, when I
We
was
needed a night of broken glass.
when I moved to the community that we lived in, the furthest block away wasn't built yet. They were still building them, so there were just a bunch of bare bones houses with just the windows. They didn't put sheetrock in. So my friend and I would go, and
You were breaking in.
we would just break
Oh,
windows.
I remember
yeah,
that,
we would
yeah.
just break windows.
I was just talking about this with
constantly.
my brother. They were building houses by the cemetery where we used to hang out in sometimes. And
They're building new houses there?
No, they were. This is
Oh,
back
yeah.
in
Oh, okay.
2001,
Yeah.
2002.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
those houses. Yeah.
Actually, no, it was more like 2005. But we used to sneak into the houses as they were building them, and that started to get harder and harder as they completed them more. But we went into one once, and my friend Rich decided that a nice surprise for the workers would be if he shit inside the bathtub drain. So he
my God.
positioned himself in the it was in the shower, over a shower drain, and shit into the drain. And I can't imagine what that must have been like for whoever found that. It's got to look like
Damn homeless guys.
it's some teenage kid who just was being a real rascal. How do you clean that? The only way to clean it is to dig it out.
Yeah. It's awful.
What a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Kids, man.
Kids are horrible. They're horrible.
He must have been real fucking cheesed.
Jeez. That's good aim on his part, He got it right into the drain.
He shit into a shower drain. What a fucking demented fuck.
Oh, crap. Well, it seems like in the movie, I assume we all got punished for what we did. And Lou isn't necessarily punished. His parents are just like, listen, accidents happen. You know, we pay it back, but we just want you to be a successful kid. You like your uncle. He goes to college.
Uncle Otto.
Uncle Otto.
He's an engineer. Go be an engineer.
Yeah.
He's working on a device which will harness the power of the sun.
Do you think that mom and dad's Germanness was toned down?
Yeah. On
Yeah.
Because
purpose.
they're like vaguely immigrants.
Yes.
Like we don't know what, but they're obviously German.
I think they say Polish in the movie, like specifically. Like I think they say it like a couple of times. But yeah, they're German. And his father, this isn't in the movie at all, is an alcoholic.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I was wondering, why does mom work
Yeah.
and dad does nothing?
Yeah.
And that was my answer.
Right.
But in the movie, they say he works.
He's in politics.
No. Right here.
What do they say he does?
She goes, me and him, look, we didn't go to college. I'm a cook, and he's a
Something.
janitor.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were like just immigrant.
Yeah.
Like, could be
Yeah.
anything.
It would have been funny. They have like a picture of Kaiser Wilhelm
Yeah,
on like the fucking.
His SS patch is just sitting there.
So eventually, he's like, "I'm gonna go to school, you know, but I'm still gonna play a little baseball."
He wants to keep breaking windows, which he does
He is the window
Yeah.
breaking kid.
constantly.
And there's a frat that's gonna vote on him.
Well, yeah, now he's in Columbia University.
Yes.
Skip ahead.
I want to go protest.
So his mother was a cook there, and she
Yes.
was revered as a very good cook, and everyone loved her. So that's how he got in the movie. Real life, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
she was a cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, pretty true. Pretty true.
They were like, Columbia wants him for football. You know,
He's
like
just a star athlete.
star athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems taller, you know.
And
He's clearly like 40 years old, Gary
well, that's
Cooper.
the thing.
Always 40.
He's been 8. He started 40 and he stayed 40. I will say Gary Cooper looks just like Lou Gehrig, though.
Does he?
The casting is perfect. The studio did a publicity thing with like
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper.
super duper. Put it on the Ritz. But they the studio said they were doing like this 1,000,000-man search, like looking for the best actor to play Lou Gehrig.
It's like, oh, it's Gary Cooper.
And the whole time they knew it was Gary Cooper because he was under contract and he looks just like him. It was just fake publicity. So a reporter sees him hitting home runs. And he's like, he's the Babe Ruth of college. And the reporter decides in this moment, I'm going to suck this man's dick
for the next 30 years.
This is all I will do in my
I'm
life.
going to watch you sleep with your wife.
Don't worry, Lou. I'll write this up for you.
I'll be there on the honeymoon.
I'm your spin man. Anything you do, no matter how bad, I will defend.
This man kicked me out of a house.
I ask for nothing in return. I simply will wait on you hand and foot for the rest of your life.
I'm your he bitch.
Meets him by giving him the boot out of the fraternity while he's fighting because
He really does act like his servant.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
if he was a feudal lord.
Yes.
Yes.
It's really
My
weird.
master bids you welcome.
Yes, master.
Are you saying he's not being an ethical husband?
Oh, I'm going to beat him to death.
I'll never do that to you, Lou. But yeah, the frat, they pledge him. They give him a pin.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't sure what was happening in the scene. Did they set the girl up to fuck with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did. Okay.
They want to. I don't understand.
So they weren't listening to his conversation. She reported back the conversation.
No, they were underneath the steps.
Yeah.
They were listening.
They were
Okay.
eavesdropping.
But I don't even understand the point. It was like, let's make fun of him for trying to be
You
romantic.
like women, don't you,
Yeah.
Lou?
You wanted to be romantic? Oh, like I don't. Okay.
There's one
He's a modest private guy.
yeah.
This is the 1940s. It's not like today where we'd be like, I'm trying to get it in, guys. Come on, you know?
Yeah.
They broke his balls.
This is also an Ivy League school in
Yeah.
1904.
Right.
It's like the upper crust people.
Aristocrats.
He doesn't belong there,
Right.
really.
He's not one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think Myra, played by Virginia Gilmore, is gonna like you? Get out of town. She was a smoke show.
It's
in this.
insane, right?
The
She's
wi-
beautiful.
His wife in this, when she finally does, is so beautiful.
Oh, Eleanor?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the blonde.
I know who
Yeah.
you're talking
They
about.
both are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, mom's sick. This is
Yes.
the crux of
This
like
is
the
what starts
crossroad
everything.
for him. Yeah. And the bill is too much. It's $2, aka $40.
You did the math.
That
Yeah.
was the bill, $2?
It would cost $2 for a doctor to come, which is $40.
Oh,
But she has to go to the hospital, which is the real bill.
right.
Like just for the doctor to see you, it's 40.
Oh, they
but
take
now-
such
now
good
it's
care
more.
of you.
So he's got to join the Yankees.
This poor man. Condemned to join the Yankees.
Them to save his mother. This poor guy has to play Major League Baseball
I
for
guess
the
I'll
Yankees
become a professional athlete.
with legends.
I guess I'll
but
do the most desirable
What
job in the world.
What I kept thinking about was, this isn't the the baseball of today, where Lou Gehrig is now multi-billionaire hero.
He was well off.
I was thinking of 8 Men Out. Like, these guys don't make a lot of money, and if the owners decide to fuck them, they can. But again, this is the Yankees we're talking about.
Babe Ruth is making movies about himself already.
But maybe that's why he had to make movies about himself. I'm sure he had a good contract. The Yankees
look it
probably always took care of their guys.
Which is probably why they won.
Yeah.
You
Look it
know,
up.
it's owned by Jacob Rupert, the Yankees
You?
at this point. Jacob Rupert. That was a name that I did consider for a potential boy.
Oh, yeah?
Strong name.
Jacob Rupert, yeah.
Jacob Rupert.
But he owned the Yankees, and I believe they owned Rupert's beer.
The Ruperts were dead to begin with.
Dead as a doorknob.
So Lou Gehrig's estimated lifetime salary from the Yankees, adjusted for today, was $3.6 million.
Yeah, that's almost nothing
Lifetime.
compared to today.
Compared to today, yeah,
Yeah.
but lifetime 3.6 for how many years did he play? 14 or something like
Like
that.
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. It wasn't that bad.
But, he decides to go play for the Yankees, and his mom is like, I am getting great cash. This is great.
You're
I'm
such
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
so
engineer.
Yeah.
Your engineering skills
She
paying
does.
bills.
He didn't tell her
No, he lied.
that he's a ball player.
Said dad got a better job.
And he tells his dad, you got to fake a job and
Yeah.
lie to mom.
Right.
Politics.
I'll be a politician. And my note was, why can't dad work?
Dad's got to be on the sauce. It's too
I
much.
guess because he's a drunk. So he's in the minors, and he gets called up to the Yankees eventually.
Yes.
And,
And he has some hijinks with the team.
yes, and Lou Gehrig was called up to the Yankees. His debut was June 15th, 1923. So that begins him in the bigs.
Yes.
And it cuts to his mom, and his mom is bragging about how great of an engineer he is. And then everyone.
And the father's political career.
Yes. Everything is going so great for them.
Until everyone in the neighborhood barges into his house.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be like, Lou is the best.
And I think nowadays that is such a foreign thing to see.
Oh, yeah.
But when we were growing up, that was kind of more common. Like people from, at least from my house, people from the neighborhood would just come by. Not just walk in all the time. Some of them felt comfortable doing that.
Do you talk to your neighbors?
Never.
No, very rarely.
Really?
Sometimes
I'm
I
a
say hi.
millennial, though.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means we don't like that, like, culturally.
I talk to my neighbors.
You do? My
Yeah.
wife does when she takes the dog for a walk.
Really?
Yeah, but I've never, said 2 words to anyone, other than, hi, how you doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's normal.
I mean, I'll say hi, how you doing to...
I'll tell you what. I took the dog to the vet, okay, a couple weeks ago. The woman at the vet was so excited to see my dog, came out from behind the counter, gave him treats and everything. Was like, oh, Charlie, you're so great. Come to find out, when I told my wife about it, yeah, that's the woman that lives across the street. She loves Charlie.
That's
I
funny.
say hi to I say hi to her when I come to your house. I know who that lady is.
I had no idea.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony. You got to be more friendly.
I really do. It actually is something that bothers me about myself. I want to like be a bigger part of the community.
Why don't you say hi to people?
I don't know how. I don't know how to begin.
I don't know. John Wayne Gacy was part of a community. You can't do it? What the fuck?
That's true. I went to see live at PNC. Yeah, and I was walking to take a piss, and this woman starts yelling at me by name from behind. She lives like next door. She knew who I was. Yeah, Stephanie.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
I was
I
like,
don't know
hi,
you."
how you doing?
get away from me, stranger!
Stranger danger.
I'm such a terrible guy.
I was warned about this.
Like, why not just be a person?
Anthony, thank you for listening. And you just walk away. They don't know what you're talking about. Are you on Patreon?
Yeah, it's that.
What tier? I want to see if you are worthy of my time.
What tier are you? What the fuck?
So the
So
mother,
mom's not happy.
she's disgraced.
Yeah. I don't know if disgraced.
She's not happy that
She's
Lou
not
is,
happy.
Yeah.
is playing ball.
Yeah.
And he has a talk with his mother. He's like, people have to live their own lives. And his mother refuses. And he's like, come on, just come to the game. And
She gets into it.
yeah, he goes to the game. And he's looking at all the locker rooms. And he sees Babe Ruth and all this. And he's going to be a bench warmer.
Yep.
Until a man named Wally Pipp comes out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Wally Pipp was actually a pretty good player. I think he was like an all-star. He made the mistake of coming out, and he never got back in because Lou Gehrig never left.
Wow.
And he's used as like a sports-like thing that people talk about where it's like,
You don't want to be here.
never come out of the game and let someone else come in
Yeah.
because you could be the next Wally Pipp.
Right.
Yep. Messed
Makes
up.
sense.
Messed up.
Yeah. So this is real. I mean, he ends up getting into the game.
Slips on some bats.
Tanglefoot.
Tanglefoot.
Oh, boy.
What, you don't like Tanglefoot?
I thought that was real.
It probably is.
Yeah, why would they put that in if it wasn't?
I think it is.
It's a reoccurring theme. There's newspaper articles about it in this. If it's not, I'm going to be really
Say
upset.
Tanglefoot.
I feel like
It was given to him by his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Eleanor's in the stands.
At
She gives him that
Kaminsky
name.
Park.
Kaminsky Park. Tanglefoot.
Tanglefoot.
It's a good nickname.
Mandelbaum.
It's cute.
Mandelbaum.
He gets on base,
Yeah, right away.
but he also gets beamed
In the head.
in the head. Do you think this may have done him in the long run?
You
Nah,
think ggetting hit in the head gave him ALS? Gave him Lou
Or
Gehrig's
at least it
disease?
triggered it? Is that something that happens? Like trauma?
No.
I don't
You
know.
know,
man.
nothing surprises me anymore.
I don't know. It's possible.
I feel like there's not enough research being done. Or
On head injuries?
No, on Lou Gehrig's disease, because I feel like no one knows the cure, no one knows the cause. I think it might be something that's too rare
Yeah.
that like it's just hard to get good research. I don't know.
I guess football stars would have a lot of Lou
Yeah,
Gehrig's
and
disease
boxers,
there.
yeah. I think it's a random genetic thing that some people get. That's what I think. I really don't know. So where are we?
After the game, they have a banquet, and was this after every game? Did they eat like this?
Oh yeah,
What is happening?
This still will
It's the
happen.
Yankees, baby.
That's a banquet.
This-
That's like a fucking royalty.
This still will happen with like a lot of teams where like after the game, some players will go out to eat, and you know.
Every single type of
Babe
food.
Ruth just has like a fucking smorgasbord.
Give me the whole
set up.
pig.
Give me the whole pig and 8 beers. And I do like that at first. I think I left this out, but he's kind of starstruck by Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, I mean,
he grew up watching him.
Yeah.
Anybody would be.
But again, grew up. What you said? He started playing in 1914. Lou started in 1923. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
he's probably like maybe what is he like 11 maybe?
Yeah,
Let's see when was Lou Gehrig born?
I think in 1903.
1903.
Yeah.
So
So he's 20 when he started playing. Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Years, yeah.
Where are we? Oh,
He's out of a game.
Babe Ruth wants a pork chop.
That's why. That's why I
Yeah.
said the whole pig. This is technically him and Eleanor's first date.
Well, he has a private
Yeah.
table
Yep.
with her and her father. And the reporter guy comes in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he can't do anything with. I need my man servant.
Sam Blake, right? Sam's got to be there.
Sam Wainwright. Yeehaw.
You know Ernie's in this, right?
I knew I recognized him. He's the other reporter, right?
No, he has like one scene. I think he's like a baseball player.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he shows up, and my wife was there. She's like, "That's Ernie." I was like, "Oh shit, you're right."
Is it good if a reminder of a Newfoundland puppy? This was kind of tough. It's hard to understand at this point. I get it.
Can you imagine
It's
two
so hard.
two men talking each other like that?
Right, like they're both baseball players. You're gonna sit here and tell me that's how they spoke about this?
I don't
buy
think
it.
they spoke about it like that in
buy it.
1940 either.
Yeah. I
don't
But I
buy
think
it.
it's like that thing where it's like,
That's what we allow in
do you
the film.
remember?
Right.
Do you remember me, you, and your mother were watching the Pacific when it first started,
Okay.
and all the soldiers were cursing and stuff,
Yeah.
and your mother was like, "I don't like that they're cursing." And
Yeah.
you were like, "This is how they spoke." And I think it's that thing where it's like, that was just not the portrayal.
Right, from the time.
Yeah.
You didn't see that in the media, but these are real people.
We're like, let's
Yes.
get those
Yeah.
fucking crowds, you know? Like,
right. Yeah. Deadwood, too, she had a problem with the
Really?
language in Deadwood. No, you know what? She didn't have a problem with the Deadwood language. I was like, Ma, what's the matter with you?
I like when he says cocksucker. I don't know what to tell you, Anthony. It's like a musical instrument from
Yeah.
Swearingen.
Yeah, a bunch of young guys stuck on a godforsaken island surrounded by jabs.
Yeah.
I think they're going to use some salty language.
Throwing rocks and skulls.
If it's not allowed then.
Yeah.
We get a nice baseball montage here. You know, it's like time is passing. They sexually harass a black train waiter.
Yes, I did notice
Yeah, the
that.
porter gets fucked with. And it's just like all in good fun.
Like,
We're like, let's poke
that's
him.
what we do.
And he's like, get me out of here. And he runs away. We're like,
It's the 20s, baby.
That's Hollywood,
Baby.
baby.
If anyone touches Babe's hat, they're going to lose their teeth.
Oh, yeah.
This was funny.
They all eat the hat.
Yeah.
Take a bite.
Well, they set up
Lou.
Lou.
Yeah.
Because he's
They
dumb.
get caught.
He's a simpleton.
Because Babe Ruth, and I feel like this is probably a true story.
This definitely happened.
Right? Like, yeah.
Like,
I
we're taking
don't know,
fucking
man.
Babe's hat and we're fucking with it.
It might be, but I bet, like, they asked Babe, like, he's in it.
Yeah.
You know,
What
and
is his
He probably
hat?
told him the story.
yeah.
What the fuck is the hat made of?
Straw.
Straw.
Oh,
They
okay.
were
I
all the
guess.
rage in the 20s.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
wore
guess.
straw
They're not
hats.
tough.
You walk
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
AC, the boardwalk,
Yeah.
yeah. You got your straw hat.
Yeah.
Just take a bite out of it. Take another one, Lou.
Keep going. And
Mm-hmm.
he sees him. Do you think that's where I'd eat my own hat comes from? Because it was
Probably.
made of straw?
Probably.
And it was possible?
Yeah.
Like, I could not eat this.
Try
this
it.
No.
hat.
Take a bite out of it. Let's see what happens. Can you?
I'm good. I already had hat today. I don't want to have hat twice. It
So-
goes to my hips.
That's a delicacy over in Cleveland.
Lou wants to see Eleanor again. He tells that to Sam. And Sam's like, well, I can get this done. And she was at the stadium anyway. And Sam hooks it up. He's like, he wants to see you. And Sam's just like the ultimate wingman,
Yeah.
slave
He does
guy.
anything. If Lou needs something done, he's going to do it.
And he always believes in him, even
Yeah.
privately.
Yes. Even privately.
Like, if he's talking to the other reporter, he will be like,
he's putting money on it.
Hell, I'll bet you can put a gun to my head right now.
I will not
I will
betray
bet
Lou.
on Lou.
Yeah.
I only am loyal to Lou. There are no other gods but Lou. Which way is Yankee Stadium at 7 o'clock? I have to pray.
So weird. Not my Lou. He would never do such a
That's
thing.
why he was so hurt at the idea that Lou could be unfaithful.
How could
Yes.
he?
It's like, no.
It's my Lou.
Yeah.
My whole world is crashing
Yes.
down right now.
I'm going to have to, like, commit seppuku.
I have to kill him and then myself. So then we have the Chicago Night on the Town,
Yes.
which is endless.
a nice carnival date.
Yes. He's hitting the bell
Yeah,
with the hammer,
it's fun.
with the mallet.
I like carnivals.
Yeah.
I won a big purple elephant for Alex once.
Really? How'd you do that?
You know the coin toss, not the coin toss, the ring toss game where you have to get it over
Yeah.
a bottle.
Yeah.
I took it and I flipped it backwards so that it just slowed down and hit, and I won. And I won a
I
massive
just won.
elephant. Guess what? It seems cool when you're walking around. Everyone's like, "You got a cool elephant." I had to carry that thing around for like 2.5 hours. It sucked.
I don't know if I ever told this story on the pod, but so every year at the Staten Island Mall,
You molest a dog.
Yes,
way
All
to
the
spoil
time.
my story.
all the time.
And it's tough because it's the mall. There's not many dogs.
Right.
But they do the Staten Island Mall Carnival, and they have carnies and all these games and stuff. So it was like senior year of high school, and there was this girl. I was really into her.
I think you did tell us.
did.
I've
Oh,
told it.
yeah,
with,
you did.
With the,
Yeah, you can tell it.
All right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I won her a carnival prize, like a big fucking thing with some game. And my friend was like, I'll drive you guys home. And we're in the car, and we're driving back, and the stuffed animal has leaks in it, and it's leaking these small, tiny beads all over my friend's car. And it was his father's car, so he's scared he's going to get in trouble, and he flips out, and he's screaming, and he wants to throw her out of the car. And he's like, "Get out, you got to walk home." And I'm like, "Mike, you're really going to make her walk home?" He's like, "Yeah, she can't be in
Name
the car."
dropping.
Oh, fuck.
I
Yeah,
didn't know she
whatever.
was whipping car.
Yeah.
Didn't-
Well, now.
double name drop.
So, and he's flipping out, and I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I'll walk with her." And
Smart.
and once I offer to get out and walk with her, he ends up feeling bad that he's dumping me, and
He's amazing.
And then he gives us the ride.
This was great.
No, he shouldn't have given me the ride.
Yeah, he should have let them walk.
He should have let us
He
walk.
was supposed to be the bad
And then he
guy.
could just be pure villain.
Yeah,
He could have been the villain, and
he's
I'm
the hero.
I'm the hero.
Yeah.
Who walked with her after she was
with the
abandoned.
stuffed animal.
We did it wrong.
Yeah.
It was almost perfect.
It still looked good though.
Almost did.
I still come out looking
Yeah.
good.
You
You
almost
could
did
you
it.
could have got full points.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a little tip, guys. If you're ever in the need of someone to play the bad guy, do that. That's a good move.
Get you there. So this once again, this kind of like I thought this was gonna pay off the carnival thing because he's like this random dude
Yeah.
is like you got to use your wrist, or was that Sam? That was Sam, right? You got to use your
Yeah.
wrist. I don't know why he's there, but he's like use your wrist and you'll hit the bell.
Sam goes
That's the
wherever
trick.
Lou goes.
Was it Sam? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think it's a random
And
guy.
I'm like,
Sam,
oh,
Elon.
maybe this is gonna help him hit runs more, and it just didn't. There was no. It was just like this is how you win the carnival game.
Yeah. No.
It's like okay,
Yeah, it's all just nonsense.
yeah. I like what Eleanor wants though for dinner. He's going for his toy again.
Yep.
It's twice.
What
Yeah,
is
you-
what does
you need
Eleanor
toy?
want for dinner?
I dropped my wedding ring.
If you want your
Oh.
toy, it's over here.
Why was your wedding ring off? Were you gonna come on the stage?
I like to fiddle with it.
Okay.
Hot dogs and champagne.
Oh yes, I have
I'm
that as
like-
a note.
What a lady.
That's a good woman.
What a lady.
Let's get hot dogs and champagne.
Yeah, I want hot
That
dogs and
sounds
champagne.
terrible.
Screw you.
I love it. It sounds fun.
That's the equivalent of having hot dogs and beer.
Oh, so now they have an endless dance sequence.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you guys, when was the last time you took your wife out dancing on the town?
Who does that?
I'm
I've never been dancing.
I'm ashamed of you guys.
You've never been dancing.
Well, yeah,
you know how to dance?
First off, they weren't dancing on the town.
Yeah.
They're dancing in like a ballroom.
No.
Dancing
A
with
couple is
myself.
dancing in the center of a ballroom as entertainment.
Yeah, they were
They
watching.
are not
They
dancing.
were watching dancers.
They're watching.
Yeah.
So
You're
when
right.
was the last time you went to watch two people dance in a ballroom?
I think there was a-
looks like they're in Metropolis. It's all Art Deco with like no ceiling. Which why did that ever go away? Because it looks so cool.
Once a week, me and my wife, we drop the kids off at the
Go to a
in-laws.
swing contest.
And we swing, and, and I mean dance, and we go to a ballroom and we watch ballroom dancing. But when was
I
last?
had to fast forward.
When was
This.
the last time you guys danced with your wives? Seriously, your wedding?
What do you mean dance? Like actually like
Whenever
dance?
you're at a wedding, you have to do it. So
I
I've
slow
done it
dance
since
like in
my
the
own.
house with her. Not like for an extended period, but like a short, like here, we'll slow dance and then leave.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. The romance isn't dead. I was worried for you guys.
Were you?
I think there was a little bit of dancing when we saw Pokey Lafarge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of dancing.
Pokey got you dancing.
It's quite a show. Let me tell you.
If my knee wasn't bad, I used to tear up the dance floor. Now it's tough.
I used to be a dancer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll grab her in the kitchen and dance sometimes.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
I wrote in the
Gotta
notes.
keep it fresh.
I have to fast forward the dance. ... Oh my God, there's a second performance. Because she starts singing, and I'm like, no, don't tell me they're gonna do a whole
Whole song. Whole song.
But there was talks in between,
Yes,
so I had to watch it.
Right.
So I was like, okay. You know, and this is just kind of speeding up the romance.
Well, and she yells. She's like, "You have girls in every city, don't you, Lou?" And he's like, "Well,
yeah, you're
no,
a man whore, aren't you?
I'm not. I'm Lou Gehrig."
The greatest man.
I have only one in Chicago. Was it Chicago?
yeah. She's from
Yeah.
Chicago. She was a socialite.
Yeah. But it is only his mother. It's the only woman in his life right now,
His
Yeah.
best girl.
in which was, very nice.
Well, it becomes a problem.
That is quickly solved.
Yeah.
Do you think I'll miss you? Eleanor, you devil.
And now we cut to Babe Ruth and the kid in the hospital.
Yes. Now this is the best part of the movie. It's also the most parodied.
It's also the one I violently laughed at multiple times.
We have sick kid.
That's the part I laughed at.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Babe Ruth forces a promise that he's going to hit a home run for him.
Yes.
And then Lou comes in afterward.
Quietly, without the media. And they're
Yes.
doing this, I feel, to show the difference between the two of them.
Yes.
Like, Babe Ruth wants the press.
He wants the praise.
Yeah.
Lou's going to do it no matter what.
He's quiet, yeah.
And it's only because his buddy, the reporter guy, overhears what's going on that anyone ever hears this story.
Yes, because he's never far from Lou.
Yes.
Sam loves him.
So,
What a great fella.
So he promises to
Two
Wow,
home
Sam's
runs.
always
hit
amazing.
2 home runs.
He's always there, always doing what's best.
He even brought the ring for Frodo.
Yeah.
Sam is always awesome.
So
I can't carry it for you, Lou, but I can carry you.
what's it called?
Can you hit a home run for me, Lou?
Yeah. And this happened in the 90s with Paul O'Neill. He had to hit 3 home runs in a game for a kid, he promised. He ended up hitting 2 home runs and a ground rule double. So to make it up to the kid the next day, he promised he would catch a fly ball in his hat.
Did he do it?
I think he did.
Nice.
This really happened with Paul O'Neill? I don't remember
Very
this.
nice.
Yeah. Now, some people think it was because this guy was trying to get a card that was signed to
right.
George Steinbrenner back.
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah. That's fun.
Never mind.
Right.
What about when Stan Marsh had to win the hockey game?
Stanley's Cup?
Yes, because the little kid was going to die of cancer.
Oh, that's right. You know, some people consider that the worst episode of the whole show.
I don't like that one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I think that's a fun episode.
No, it's just depressing. The kid dies at the end.
Well, it's funny at the end. Like, they all get beat up. All the kids get beat up because they're playing
Why,
the NHL
Coach?
plays.
Why do we have to...
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was
He's
funny.
like, can you hit 2 home runs? He's like, 2? I'll try. I thought of basketball. 3?
Yeah, 3? Oh,
Cooper!
Cooper. Yeah.
He starts beating him up.
Yeah.
I think Coop's the greatest man in the world. He's slamming his head.
And I like that they're trying to walk him so he can't hit the home run.
Yeah, what an evil move.
Well, he hits a home run in his first at bat,
They're going to walk.
and then they're gonna walk him in his final at bat so they're not giving him the chance. And he ends up hitting a home run on a ball, like a clear ball, which is very hard to do.
Yeah.
But Lou is that fucking good.
Yeah.
He's just awesome.
And
He's the people's champion.
the family celebrates by doing the Congo. They have a family Congo
Conga.
together. Conga, sorry.
The Congo is a little different.
Oh, no.
It involves talking gorillas and Ernie Hudson.
You know, I never saw that movie.
What?
You should recount the whole plot. You know what I could do? I could cut because you're wearing the same clothes. I could
Yes. Yes, do it.
cut it.
The funny thing is, we're going to have different drinks.
I just drop in the whole comic.
Do it.
No.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
He kept screaming, choke, choke, and lost consciousness. I can't stop talking basketball. I'm sorry.
So they're the world champions now.
Yeah. He's like, I got to get married.
I need my girl.
Yeah.
And he goes to Chicago, and he's outside the girl's apartment, and a cop stops him.
Yeah.
And then the cop is like,
I'm just going to be a part of this.
joining
now.
you now.
I'll
And he
help you
walks
slip
into
it
the
in,
house.
Lou.
Yeah.
I'll help you slip it in, Lou.
And he's like, thanks. I didn't have my manservant with me.
Guess I'm not needed anymore.
Yes.
He just excuses
leaves,
himself.
Yeah. And now there's like a surprise like wedding or engagement party, and the mother starts cock blocking them with cleaning after. And like as like they're alone on the couch, she's like scrubbing the floor underneath them. Which, do you know that's Frank Five's go-to move when he wants people to leave his
He
house?
starts cleaning.
He takes out the vacuum so like his wife's family will be over, and he takes out the vacuum and starts like going around like the kitchen table and the dining room
Such a
table.
dick move.
He's like, "Oh, I gotta clean. I don't want the house messy," and he's like
Such a-
trying to get them done.
Such a dick move.
At 9, everyone's got to be out of Frank's house.
This was unbearable. This part, I couldn't. I was like, I don't know if I want to go.
What part?
When the mother and Eleanor are just arguing about like
Why, that was good.
decorations.
You didn't like that?
It's like, oh look,
She's like
they have
butting in.
quarrels.
She doesn't get to like pick her own thing.
See, their life isn't perfect. They have quarrels. You know what I mean?
How are your wives with your in-laws?
This whole sequence was very real.
Yeah,
Yes,
you felt this too.
this was very real. Sometimes mom has to be put in her place.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have a talk with mom on the side.
I've never had that. I never had that one.
Yeah, I know it ain't.
Yeah.
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 Happy wife, happy life.
No, not even that. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, this has nothing to do with you. Let her do her thing.
Yeah. I get it. But this is actually real in real life. They hated each other.
Oh, really?
Gehrig's mother and Gehrig's wife hated each other, and they never reconciled.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. So there was a flaming hatred there. But this is 1940. They're not going to...
Oh. We can't have,
Go ahead.
what?
Oh, I thought you were gonna do a joke.
No, I was going to say, we can't have the home life being disturbed when we got to beat back the Hun.
Yeah, exactly.
They got married at home.
Yeah, and
I
that's
liked it.
and this is real how his wedding was basically. He got married in his house and then immediately went to go play baseball.
Was there a carpenter like fixing up the house in the middle of it? Because that was
but there was a carpenter up there watching
really fixing the house.
Yeah.
He had a police escort to the stadium.
Yeah.
He got pulled over going.
He got
55.
pulled over and the cop's like, "Wait, you're a baseball player? The laws don't apply to you.
Well, Sam was driving them.
You're an elite."
Maybe you haven't heard. Lou Gehrig's in the back seat.
Lou Gehrig. Oh, he's a New York Yankee.
Clear the way, boys.
Are those homeless in the street? I think we could get them.
And Sam visits because he needs Lou in his life again. On like after the game, and Eleanor's like, he's late again, and she's.
I know where he
I
is.
know where he
Yeah.
is, and he's like, "Don't tell me, Eleanor. Don't tell me."
And she's like, "I've been waiting for him, and
This
he's
is the
still
fourth
not
time.
back."
Fourth time.
Late every week.
10
Yeah.
weeks.
Every day.
Well, that's okay. He's a man, and he's getting flustered about how like he
can't believe it.
His
can't
world is
believe
crumbling.
Yes.
might be cheating.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this can't be real.
All right. Is there
He's
anybody?
gonna kill him.
Is there anybody in your world that you know that you could find out they're cheating, and he's gonna rock you to your core, so you're having a meltdown the way Sam is, where it's like this guy may kill himself.
There's ones that would shock me beyond belief.
Yeah, but
I don't know if I would. It would ruin my life. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I caught my father cheating on my mother. It wasn't as devastating
As it is with Sam. Yeah. Well, he's not cheating on his wife. Thankfully.
No.
It's just an adorable. He plays ball with little kids.
Ball with the neighborhood kids.
Yes. Which might be worse in some ways.
40.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be at home. I mean,
Yeah. Children need me.
he won a lot of awards. There's a montage of that.
Yeah, he's like an amazing ball player.
They're
Yeah.
in love.
Yeah.
Sam is still there.
And then,
Well, can I do a rundown of his awards?
sure.
Yeah, I mean,
7-time All-Star,
looks like a lot.
6-time World Series champ,
Holy shit.
27, 28, 32, 36, 37, 38. 2-time AL MVP. Triple Crown winner, which is the rarest of all things.
What is that?
That
Oh, he won the horse race.
He's in the Kentucky Derby.
he's so fast. That's why we call him the Iron Horse. He beats.
Now, Lou, remember, you're up against Rabbit Beast this time.
Watch out for Manowar and Seabiscuit coming up the rear.
Close up on those turns, Lou. Close
Don't
up
worry,
your
Lou. I know
turns.
you can take them.
You can do it, Lou.
Sharp turns only, Lou. Giving him hay.
We saw you eat the straw hat.
Lou, I want you on a strict diet of hay and water, nothing else. We got a race to win.
I'm going to bring you to stud.
Once you win, we're going to breed you.
I get to watch.
Just to guide him.
That a boy, that a boy. What is the Triple Crown?
All right. Triple Crown means you led the American League or the National League in at batting average, home runs, and RBIs.
Wow.
So he's just the best of the best.
It's like to do that is very rare.
Better than Babe Ruth.
There haven't been many. I don't know. Babe Ruth is probably still better, but I think Babe Ruth was.
Babe Ruth was there for all that shit, all those World Series and everything. He got the same stats.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Let me see how many Triple Crowns Babe Ruth has. I think he was more of a power hitter, and a Triple Crown winner is typically more of like
All around.
all around. Yeah.
around, all around.
There have been the last Triple Crown winner was 2012. Think about this. The last Triple Crown winner was 2012, and before that
Who was it?
was 1967. Miguel Cabrera won in 2012.
Oh.
So this is
That's not when it was a game.
this is like insanely rare to do.
And before that was the 60s?
The last one before 2012 was 1967.
Whoa. Wow.
So Ted Williams won twice in the
He froze
40s.
his head.
Yeah. Mickey Mantle won in the 50s. There were 2 in the
7.
60s, and then not till 2012. It hasn't happened since.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So it's extremely rare. Lou Gehrig doing that is very impressive.
He's a good ball player. Good game.
So
He gave 110%. That's what you're saying.
he also led the league in home runs 3 times, 5-time RBI leader,
Oof.
and he hit 4 home runs in 1 game once.
Wow.
Pretty fucking
Do
insane.
you think
achievements.
God was like, "This isn't fair. We got to do something about this"?
I can't let this
They gotta
go
nerf
on.
him.
they
They updated the game and they nerfed Lou Gehrig.
We need to give him a debilitating nerve disease.
give someone else a chance. You know?
The devs had enough of this. He was OP.
Babe Ruth, by the way, won 7 World Series.
He got him by 1.
Yeah, and he was the home run leader 12 times. So there you go. No Triple Crown though, but Babe Ruth is probably better overall. Plus, I think he pitched 100. He won 100 games as a pitcher too.
Wow. And he could eat more.
That's true.
Well, he could eat more than any man.
Yeah.
No, he can't. Lou can eat more when he puts his mind to it.
I'll put money on it. I'll put my life savings.
Would you like to play Russian
I'm
roulette?
counting the checks already, Sam. Who's the guy who just keeps losing the bet?
I don't know.
But maintains arrogance always. He is betting the same guy, kicking his ass, and the guy's still like, "What a loser you are, Sam! You're married to that beaten dead horse, Lou Gehrig."
Yeah, Lou's winning award after award after
You
award.
think
He's like,
he'd wise
"Lou's
up
gonna
and be like,
fail."
"I'm not going to bet against Lou Gehrig," and I've seen this play too many times. But no, he's like, "Ha! Lou Gehrig, that has been."
It's like Tom Brady has the ball with 2 minutes left. I'm betting against him. You just don't do it.
Right.
So
They
now,
mess with his mom a little bit. They're like, "Oh, I think I'm going to be an engineer." Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna quit
fun.
baseball.
Yeah,
He's like, "Oh, Uncle Otto, fuck him. We don't
Yeah.
like him anymore."
Yeah. Otto who? And
He's a
Mom's
ditch
like,
digger.
It's not. This is a nice scene because Mom's all about the game now. She
Yes.
like knows everything.
Yes.
Which is like, oh, no matter what Lou did, she was going to support him 100%.
Of course. Of course.
Now, if he was an engineer, would the mother know about engineering?
She'd know, oh, that bridge over there. That's the Triborough.
You got to put the transducers in.
And now it's his 2000th game in a row.
Did you say transducers?
Transducer.
Is that a real thing?
Google it.
It's gonna take me a while. Hold on.
Yeah, how do you spell it?
He's going to Google it badly. He's going to be like,
transducer.
Yes, piece of bridge.
Transducer is an electronic device that converts energy from one form to another. This is Steve showing off his HVAC
Like kinetic
skills.
energy into electrical energy?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, fuck me then.
Well, it might. I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know about kinetic, but
But it's his 2000th game. It's a big deal. His wife isn't going. She's staying home. And he's like, maybe they'll give me a car or a yacht or something.
Could be something cool.
And all he gets is roses from them and
A big wreath.
a big wreath.
And Lou Gehrig's disease.
Well, the Yankees didn't give that to him. He did that on his own. You have done that to yourself. And
They
I
have
like
a flower fight about how awesome he is.
it's very cute that the wife like got him like little trinkets of the things that that they joked about.
Yeah.
It's a sweet
She's got
moment.
a scrapbook.
Yeah, they really love
They
each
really
other.
build up the
the
heartbreak.
romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they mess with the parents and all that. Sorry, we did that.
He got a pain in his shoulder during the fight, and then
Yes.
he's passing out in the locker room. So he knows something's off. It's bad. 2130 games, 2,130 games, 14 years. It's the first time he sits out. And
Wow.
they're like, so he's been doing bad. Like there's a huge turnaround in his game, and everyone notices.
Well,
And now everyone hates him because he's not playing well.
he's not good anymore. Everyone's like he's old and washed, which is like the most sports thing ever.
Yeah, that's
like,
why sports are a joke.
No one has any grace for the players as they
What
age.
have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that like in the locker room one guy is like, this guy stinks and the teammate just fucking socks
Punches
him.
him. Punches
Yeah.
him right in the fucking mouth.
I get it. It's like that's Lou.
He's the captain.
That's a captain.
He's better
yeah.
than you'll ever be. You know.
It's like even if you gotta just respect what he did. Now the game will have you believe it was right before the game when he
the movie.
Game.
The movie.
The movie.
The movie will have you believe it's right before the game when he quits. He spoke to the manager the day before and was like, I can't do it anymore, man.
Yeah.
I'm banged up.
Thumbs up, yeah.
And now is like this is my favorite shot in the whole movie is he's just told the manager I'm out. And he walks past like the whole bench and you see the game behind him going on.
Yeah.
And I just love the shot of like him walking past all the guys and they're all just looking at him. It's like this guy's never going to play again.
Yeah.
This is it. Like everything
Brutal.
he's known and loved is
Yeah.
gone.
And then the most brutal scene is the diagnosis scene.
It's
Which is right
terrible
after
too.
this.
You're not
Yeah.
playing baseball. That's the first thing, and then worse. And he's like, he's kind of like, listen, I know
Once
not to
again,
argue with the umpire.
bringing his writer.
Yeah. Sam's got to be there. And he's like, tell me how it is. What's my time left? And he's like, it's not looking good. Which I don't know how they knew that if this was such like a newer thing.
I don't think it was a newer disease.
I think he just saw in the X-rays like it's
Degenerating.
deterioration.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to do.
And I think after, what was it, a year after his diagnosis, he died?
Basically.
Something like that.
It wasn't long.
Yeah.
He died
And
in...
Ellie knew
Yeah.
in the movie. She could sense it. I don't know if that's the... I'm assuming that's similar to...
There's
real
not
life.
much information
to
about
tell,
that in
yeah.
general. But 1941 he dies. And...
He met little Joey, the one that said, like, I'm not going to hit 2 home runs
Yeah.
unless you're no longer cripple.
yeah, that's a nice moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't you remember me?
Yeah.
Do you have a ticket for the game? And the kid's like, of course.
Like, awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And then Lou walks in and he gives his speech,
Yeah.
which is a famous speech. Now, the end
Very
line
touching.
in the movie is, today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
In reality, it's the beginning line. It's like the second line of the actual speech.
Oh.
But
really?
they replayed it, and in the real speech, he's like, I want to thank Jacob Rupert and the owner of the Yankees and the 2 best managers of all time.
yeah.
And in this, they have him just shout out, I played with Murderers Row and the Bronx Bombers, you know?
Yeah.
And he doesn't mention
that.
and he didn't ever mention the players or those by name. Like, you could read the actual transcript of his speech. It's pretty different. But I think the spirit is there, which is what matters.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like the emotion of standing in a stadium full of people that are just there to worship you.
While
Not
you have it-
worship,
honor
but just,
you.
Yeah, just honor your life.
While you have a death sentence.
Yeah. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
That image is insane.
Yes.
You know.
Also very touching.
Yeah.
Well, this is when the movie...
That's humbling.
Yeah. This is when the movie earns its salt, I think, and its praise.
Yeah.
It's
a
stripes.
great- it's a great
Earns
scene.
its stripes.
It's a great.
Yeah.
Hey! You are fucking clever.
Oh, yeah. Surprised it took that long.
And I love the way it ends, where it's like he just walks into the dugout, into the darkness,
Credits.
to die. That's not the last thing you hear, though. The last thing you hear is the start of a ball game.
Yeah.
And it's like...
The game's
life-
gonna continue.
The game's going to continue. Life is going to go on. And it's just without this one guy.
Right.
And it's fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Pearl Harbor.
If Lou was alive, he would have stopped it. I bet on
Yeah,
it.
probably.
If Lou was alive, he would have asked us to drop a 3rd bomb on the Japs. What'd you give it? I feel like you're going to go
I'm
higher
give it
than
higher
us.
than both of you guys. I found the ending so touching that I'm able to look past how much
Brian's
of...
gonna give it an 8.
It's an 8, yeah. How much of a slog I felt the early part was.
I agree with you, but
Yeah.
it's just I can't give it that
I
much
get it.
redemption. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Look, I totally get it.
Yeah.
It just worked for me, and like I thought those final moments were so strong, and I got emotional. So, you know, if you get me, you get extra points.
All right. I gave it a 6.5. So not too far from 7. Just
Okay.
because it, like we said, the filler is so filled. And, you know, the
The
ending,
movie is mostly filler.
the ending does grant some importance to the smaller moments in life, like eating of the hat with your friends and fucking around with each other. Like, that's so much more important knowing that there's an end or a shorter end, so you appreciate it more. But leading up to it is just, it's a crawl. And I think there could have been a little more depth. You know, I get the time frame, the time period is like, no, he's a perfect man. This is what, but without an overcoming of struggle, like the loss hurts, but it would hurt more if he overcame at least something. Where in this, the only thing he overcame was
He goes from victory to victory.
slight poverty, but
then
you
he's
barely
met,
see it.
he's met like
He's met with the most devastating
thing
defeat.
where it's like you can't even
It kills
fight
him.
it, and all he does
Yeah.
is face it with
Listen,
insane
I'm not
dignity,
taking.
yeah.
I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying, like,
just like our
That's a
boys
story.
on the front line.
exactly. Yeah, so
Yeah, I really dug it, especially the end. I think you could go in.
did you think it was a home run?
I think you could go in and like really tighten up the movie and remove a lot of filler. and you probably could make it stronger.
You didn't need the dance scene.
Dance sequence could go.
Could go. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's of its time.
Right.
And this is now the oldest thing we've done on the pod, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's older than even It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
42. Could we go further back?
Sure.
We're gonna.
You know.
We're gonna do a silent movie one day. We're gonna do the pod silently.
That's a great idea.
Oh, just put like what we're gonna say. Like
Just the text.
Yeah.
And we'll put the audio track up on like Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the audio track is just piano music.
Try to match his.
Yeah.
The card comes up N asterisk 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 asterisk.
R. It's gonna be. He's not gonna have to cut because it's just gonna be a lot of Brian going. No, don't say that. Make it way easier.
Waving my hands like fucking olive oil. All right. One last thing.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna. All right. Before I look at this, this should be the best I've seen because you actually love baseball. You're in a baseball hat.
That doesn't mean you can draw.
Yeah.
I know, but it should.
I know what it is.
You know what it is.
It's the speech. It's just.
What else would I draw?
Are those flags?
Yeah.
Those are the flags on the top of Yankee
That's the stadium. Right, but the stadium is.
I'll tell you what, it was cool seeing Yankee Stadium in the movie.
Back in the
Because
day?
that's the Yankee Stadium from when I was a kid. It's the same one, you know?
Well, you saw the renovated
bad,
one.
not
That's
bad.
the original, yeah.
But it's like, it looked the same.
Yeah.
That could have been worse, but it definitely.
Yeah,
the
no.
depth is off.
I liked seeing all the old stadiums, and, I wonder if they actually shot there or if they, spliced footage together,
I think they
Right.
spliced.
Gary Cooper, by the way, had to learn to throw left-handed for this.
Oh, yeah?
Because Lou Gehrig was lefty.
Softball.
Supposedly he learned to do it, but he never learned to bat lefty successfully. So there's rumors that he batted righty, and then they would flip the footage.
Well, it's not like they really showed much of the game at all in the movie.
But when it happens,
So like a hit or two
Yeah.
here and there.
They would have destroyed all credibility.
Anyway, so we're good. That's it.
All right.
That was it. Thank you for listening, watching, subscribing. And say bye before you.
And what are you doing? You shaking
good.
dirt out of your pants? Were you in Great
German
Escape?
jig?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Thanks for watching. Thanks
All
for
right,
listening.
yeah, that's fine.
This week on the Patreon,